Welcome to Popcorn Cinema. Subscribe to see full stories and reviews of all upcoming major movie. Let's get to the video. Years after a global catastrophe, Australia has transformed into a radioactive wasteland. Among the few remaining areas with fresh water and agriculture is the green place of many mothers, a sanctuary that stands out amidst the desolation. Two young girls, Furiosa and Valkyrie, are enjoying a peaceful day picking peaches when their lives are abruptly shattered. Raiders, driven by desperation and greed, discover the green place. Furiosa, quick on her feet, attempts to sabotage their motorbikes, hoping to thwart their plans. However, her bravery isn't enough. The raiders capture her, deeming her a prize for their leader, the fearsome warlord Dementis of the biker horde. Furiosa's mother, Mary, refuses to let her daughter be taken without a fight. She pursues the raiders to their camp, displaying a fierce determination and lethal skill as she eliminates all but one of the attackers. The last surviving raider delivers Furiosa to Dementis but not without consequence. Furiosa, resilient and fierce even in captivity, manages to mortally wound him before he can reveal the location of the green place. Determined to rescue her daughter, Mary sneaks into the horde's camp under the cover of darkness. She manages to free Furiosa, but the horde quickly gives chase. In a desperate bid to buy her daughter time, Mary stays behind to fight off their pursuers, giving Furiosa a peach pit as a symbol of hope and remembrance. Despite her mother's wishes, Furiosa cannot bear to leave her behind. She returns, only to witness the horrifying crucifixion of her mother at the hands of Dementis. Dementis, haunted by the death of his own family, adopts Furiosa as his daughter, hoping she will eventually lead him to the green place. Furiosa, harboring both hatred and a fierce survival instinct, tattoos a star chart on her left arm to guide her back home one day. This act symbolizes her unyielding determination to reclaim what was taken from her. Years pass, and Furiosa finds herself embroiled in a larger conflict. Dementis, after receiving a tip from a stranded soldier, leads the biker horde in an assault on the Citadel, a stronghold with its own fresh water and agricultural resources. The Citadel, defended by the fanatical war boys under the command of the ruthless warlord Immortan Joe, repels the attack. Undeterred, Dementis devises a cunning strategy, capturing Gastown, an oil refinery that supplies the Citadel with gasoline. During peace negotiations, Joe agrees to recognize Dementis's control over Gastown in exchange for the horde's physician and Furiosa. At the Citadel, Furiosa finds herself imprisoned alongside Immortan Joe's wives, a group of women held against their will. Not long after, Joe's son Rictus develops an attraction to her. Furiosa, ever resourceful, uses this to her advantage. When Rictus attempts to make advances toward her, she uses a wig made from her own hair to slip from his grasp and escapes, disguised as a mute teenage boy. Over the next decade, Furiosa works her way up the ranks of Joe's men, proving her worth and cunning. She becomes instrumental in building the War Rig, a heavily armed supply tanker designed to withstand the dangers of the wasteland. During an attack on the rig, Furiosa meets Praetorian Jack, the only other survivor. She tries to seize the rig to return to the green place but is thwarted by Jack, who recognizes her potential. He offers to train her if she helps rebuild his crew. The two form a bond and plan their escape together. Immortan Joe, growing increasingly frustrated with Dementis's mismanagement of Gastown, decides to attack the settlement. He orders Furiosa and Jack to gather weapons and ammunition from the Bullet Farm, an allied facility. However, Dementis preempts them, ambushing the war rig and capturing the Bullet Farm. Furiosa and Jack narrowly escape, but she suffers a severe injury to her left arm. Dementis eventually captures them, torturing Jack to death. Furiosa, in a desperate bid for freedom, severs her own injured arm and escapes, leaving behind her star map. A mysterious loner observes her return to the Citadel. Back at the Citadel, Furiosa assists Joe in planning a 40-day war against Dementis. The brutal campaign results in the near annihilation of the biker horde. With her path home lost, Furiosa shaves her head once more, replaces her arm with a mechanical prosthetic, and sets out alone to hunt down Dementis. In a dramatic and extended chase, Furiosa finally captures Dementis in the unforgiving desert. He taunts her, claiming that revenge will not bring her peace. In a poignant voiceover, the potentially unreliable narrator reveals that Furiosa uses Dementus's living body as fertilizer to grow a peach tree from the seed her mother gave her, symbolizing life and hope amid destruction. For her invaluable service, Immortan Joe promotes Furiosa to Imperator, granting her command of a new war rig. In a touching final scene, Furiosa meets Joe's 5 remaining wives in the vault where she was once held captive. The 5 wives hide in her war rig, hinting at future rebellions and new beginnings. As the movie closes, Furiosa's journey from a vulnerable girl to a powerful leader stands as a testament to her unbreakable spirit and relentless quest for justice. This is the latest installment in the Mad Max franchise, directed by George Miller. It's a prequel to the highly acclaimed Mad Max, Fury Road, and it takes us back to the origins of Imperator Furiosa. The movie tells the story of a young Furiosa, portrayed by Anya Taylor-Joy and Alala Brown. We get to see how she was taken from her family, her struggles to survive, and her journey to become the fierce warrior we meet in Fury Road. Alongside Furiosa, we meet the villainous Dementus, played by Chris Hemsworth, and a cast of other intriguing characters. One thing that stands out in Furiosa is the visual spectacle. George Miller is known for his incredible world building, and this movie is no exception. The post-apocalyptic setting is beautifully crafted, with stunning landscapes and detailed props that make the world feel alive. The special effects are top-notch, especially during the high-octane chase sequences. It's a feast for the eyes and keeps you glued to the screen. Anya Taylor-Joy delivers a stellar performance as Furiosa. She captures the character's strength, determination, and vulnerability perfectly. Alala Brown, playing the younger version of Furiosa, also does a fantastic job. Chris Hemsworth, as Dementus, is a standout as well. He brings a mix of charm and menace to the role, making him a memorable villain. While the story of Furiosa's origins is compelling, the pacing of the movie has its ups and downs. The first half, focusing on the very young Furiosa, feels a bit slow and drawn out. As the movie progresses and we see more of Anya Taylor-Joy's Furiosa, the pace picks up and becomes more engaging. However, some scenes feel unnecessarily long, and the film could have benefited from a tighter edit. The last 15 minutes, in particular, seem to drag a bit, with dialogue that feels overly lengthy. The action sequences are where Furiosa truly shines. George Miller is a master at creating thrilling car chases and intense battles. The movie has several memorable action scenes that rival those in Fury Road. From daring escapes to brutal confrontations, the action is exhilarating and keeps you on the edge of your seat. However, unlike Fury Road, which was a non-stop chase, Furiosa takes time to explore different aspects of the wasteland and its inhabitants, giving us a deeper look into the world. One of the strengths of Furiosa is its character development. We get a deeper understanding of Furiosa's background, motivations, and the events that shaped her into the formidable warrior we know. The supporting characters are also well developed, each with their own unique traits and stories. The relationship between Furiosa and Dementus adds an interesting dynamic to the narrative, with both characters displaying a range of emotions and complexities. The music, composed by Junkie XL, is another highlight of the film. It perfectly complements the action and emotional beats, enhancing the overall experience. The sound design is equally impressive, with every explosion, engine roar, and punch feeling impactful and immersive. The combination of music and sound creates an intense atmosphere that pulls you into the world of Furiosa. Furiosa, A Mad Max Saga is a worthy addition to the Mad Max franchise. It offers a deep dive into the backstory of one of the most beloved characters, with stunning visuals, great performances, and thrilling action sequences. While the pacing could have been tighter, the movie is still a must-watch for fans of the series and action movie enthusiasts. Anya Taylor-Joy shines as Furiosa, and George Miller once again proves his talent in creating captivating post-apocalyptic tales. So, should you watch Furiosa? Absolutely. Despite its minor flaws, it's a fantastic movie that delivers on many fronts. If you loved Mad Max: Fury Road, you'll appreciate the deeper understanding of Furiosa's character and the expansion of the Mad Max universe.